Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss about very important topic of IAS, Identity Authentication Service. But before going into our topic, let me ask you a simple question. How do you get inside your office building every morning? You walked up to the door, you show your ID badge, the door opens. Simple. Now imagine if there was no security at the door. Anyone, literally anyone could walk in, sit at any desk, open any laptop, access any file. That would be a disaster, right? Now the exact same problem exists in the software world. And the tool SAP built to solve this problem for cloud applications is called SAP Identity Authentication Service, nothing but your IAS. By the end of this video, you will completely understand what is IAS, why it exists, how it works, with real examples from everyday life. No complicated diagrams, just plain English. If you're new to SAP BTP or cloud security, this video is made 100% for you. Let's go. Before I explain IAS, let me first explain the problem it solves. Because if you don't understand the problem, the solution will never make sense. Think about a large company, let's call it ABC Corporation. ABC Corporation uses, let's say, 10 different applications. SAP S/4HANA for finance, SuccessFactors for HR, Ariba for procurement, Salesforce for sales, Teams for communication, ServiceNow for IT tickets, and 4 more internal apps. Now, an employee named Ravi joins an ABC Corporation. Ravi needs access to all of these applications to do his job. Here's the old way of doing things. Ravi creates a separate username and password for every single application, 10 apps, 10 different logins. Ravi has to remember 10 passwords. Every app has its own security rules. Some expires in 30 days, some in 90 days. IT team has to manage Ravi's account in 10 different places. Now multiply this by 500,000 employees, 500 employees or 5,000 employees. And here's the scary part. What happens when Ravi leaves company? It has to go into all 10 systems one by one and disable his account. What if they forget even one system? Ravi still have access even after he left. That's a massive security risk. This is exactly the problem the identity authentication service solves. So what is identity authentication service? Here's the simplest definition I can give you. IAS is a bouncer, a single intelligent bouncer that stands in front of all your applications. Instead of every application having its own door and its own security check, you have one central checkpoint. Ravi comes to work, he goes to this one central checkpoint IAS. IAS says, "Who are you?" Ravi shows his
Find
identity,
and
he
select the
logs in
policy
once.
specifically
IAS
named
says,
Manage
"Okay, I know
Users
you. You are
within the
verified.
policy
Go ahead."
configuration. Click on
Now
the
Ravi can
Assignment
access
tab at the
S/4HANA,
top of the screen.
SuccessFactor,
Click the Add
Ariba,
button to define which user will
BTP,
receive these restricted permissions.
whatnot.
Search for the
All
targeted
his
username
applications
or
without
email,
logging in
select their
again.
profile and
This
say
concept is a
confirmation.
technical name
Assigning the
and
user
you
to
may
the
have
Manage Users
heard
policy
it
provides
single
the
sign.
exact access required for the user
Log in
management
once,
without
access
exposing
everything.
broader tenant
IAS makes
configuration.
this
When the
possible.
target user
But
next
IAS is
log
not
into
just
the
about
Identity
convenience.
Service
It's
console,
primarily
the
about
newly configured
security.
permissions
Let me
architecture is
explain the
strictly
three main
enforced.
things
The left
IAS
dashboard
actually
shows the
does for you.
standard colored administrator
Number
view,
one,
and the right we can see
authentication.
the restricted view,
Authentication simply
providing
means
only the user
providing you
management
are
line.
who you
Within
say
a
you are.
specific
Think of
workspace,
it like
the
this.
user
When
can
you go
still
to an
create,
airport, you
read,
show your
update, and
passport, the
delete user
officer
profiles
checks your
as
face,
needed.
checks your
However, the
name,
user is
confirms it's
now
really you. That's
confined to this
authentication.
style. All other
IAS does
system
the same
settings,
thing
identifier
digitally.
providers,
When Ravi tries
and
to
global
log in,
configuration
IAS
are blocked
checks,
for this
is
account.
this
To
username
learn more
correct?
about
Is
the
the
applying
password
similar
correct?
restrictions
Wait,
to other
let me also
administrator
send
roles,
an OTP to
consult the
his phone
SAP
to be sure
documentation.
it's really
It is
him.
always preferred to go
That's
with the
OTP
SAP
sent.
documentation. And we are
Where
starting a
IAS
new
asks for
batch
a
in
second
the coming
proof.
sessions.
That is called
If you need
multi-factor
any
authentication
information,
or
please do reach out
MFA.
to me.
One password is one lock. MFA is a two locks. If someone steals Ravi's password, they still can't get in without his phone. That's the power of MFA through IAS. Number two, corporate identity provider integration. Now, most large companies already have their own internal login system. Maybe they have used Active Directory, maybe they use Okta, maybe they have their own LDAP. Employees are already logging into their laptops every morning using their company credentials. The question is, can SAP cloud applications trust those existing company credentials? The answer is yes, because of IAS. IAS acts as a bridge between your company's existing identity system and all SAP cloud applications. Your company's system on one side, SAP applications on the other side. IAS is in the middle, connecting them. So Ravi logs into his company laptop in the morning using his Windows credentials. IAS recognizes that and automatically trusts it and gives Ravi access to all SAP apps. Ravi doesn't even need a separate SAP password. The bridge concept is called identity federation or corporate IDP integration. And this is one of the most powerful features of IAS. Number three, logon policies and password policies. The third big thing IAS does is giving the company full control over how users log in. For example, the company can configure IAS to say password must be at least 12 characters long. Password expire every 60 days. After 5 wrong attempts, the account is locked. Users from certain countries must use MFA, but internal users don't need to. Certain apps are high risk, so always require a second factor regardless. This is like the settings panel for your security. IAS gives the security team a single place to configure all of these rules, and they apply across every connected application automatically. Change the rule in one place, it applies everywhere instantly. Let me bring this to life with a real scenario. I want you to picture this clearly. You just joined a company. Let's say it's your first day at a large SAP using organization. HR sends you a welcome email. It has a link to your portal. You click the link, a login page appears, but it's not a generic login page. It has your company's logo on it. It has your company colors. It looks exactly like your company's branded page. The branded page is IAS. The company has customized IAS to look like their own page, fully white labeled. You entered your company email, you entered your password, IAS checks, is this person in our systems? Yes. Are credentials correct? Yes. Do we need to use second factor authentication for user? Yes. And send OTP. OTP comes to your phone, you enter it, IAS says verified, welcome. Now the system knows it's you. A secure token is generated. Think of it like a digital wristband at a concert. You get it once at the entrance, and every stall inside the concert recognizes it. You don't show your ticket again at every stall. You now go to S4HANA, it sees your wristband, lets you in. You go to SuccessFactors, same wristband, lets you in. You go to company's internal portal, wristband lets you in. One login, everything opens. That is IAS in action. Now 3 months later, you leave the company. It goes into one place, IAS, and it disables your account. Instantly, you lose access to every connected application simultaneously. That's it. That's the power of centralized identity management. Let me quickly show you why IAS is so much better than the traditional approach. Old way, 10 apps, 10 password. With IAS, one login for everything. Old way, IT manages 10 user accounts. With IAS, IT manages one central identity. Offboarding disable 10 accounts, offboarding disable 1 account. No MFA on most apps, MFA available for all apps. Generic logon pages, branded company specific login. Security gaps between systems, single consistent security layer. When you see when you see this comparison, it becomes very clear why every modern SAP customer on BTP needs IAS. It's not optional anymore. It is the backbone of cloud identity security in the SAP ecosystem. Now, a question many beginners ask is, where exactly does IAS sit in SAP BTP? Great question. Let me make this simple. SAP BTP Business Technology Platform is like a huge cloud platform where SAP hosts all its cloud services and applications. At very foundation of BTP security, there are two key services, IAS, IPS. Identity Authentication Service handles who you are authentication. Identity provisioning service handles where you can go, provision of access. Think of it like this. IAS is the front door security guard who checks your ID. IPS is the internal access manager who decides which room you are allowed to enter. They work together. IAS first verifies you, IPS then provision the right access for you. And sitting on top, when you need advanced access governance, is IAG, Identity Access Governance, which manages access risk, compliance, and certification. IAS, IPS, IAG. This is the cloud identity security stack in SAP BTP, and IAS is where it all begins. Future videos I'll cover IPS and IAG in the same simple way. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss those. Now, before I wrap up, let me tell you something important if you're watching this for career reasons. SAP BTP is the future for SAP. Every SAP customer is moving towards the cloud, and every cloud implementation needs someone who understands IAS, IPS, and IAG. Right now, the number of SAP professionals who truly understand BTP cloud identity is very low. The demand is high, the supply is low. That means if you invest time to learn this now, you are positioning yourself in one of the highest value, least crowded niches in the SAP world. I train professionals in exactly this: BTP, security, cloud identity services, IAS, IPS, IAG, in live hands-on batches with real-time project scenarios. If you're interested, there's a link in the description to book a free demo session. Come ask me any question, see if this is the right path for you. No sales pressure, just clarity. Let's do a super quick recap before we close. What is IAS? SAP Identity Authentication Service, a central cloud-based identity management service that acts as the single security checkpoint for all your SAP and non-SAP cloud applications. What are its three core jobs? Authentication, verifying who you are with single sign-on and MFA, core IDP integration, connecting your company's existing identity system to SAP apps, login and password policies, giving you central control over all security rules. What problem does it solve? It eliminates the chaos of managing separate login across multiple applications, making life easier for users and more secure for the company. Where does it fit? It's the foundation of SAP BTP Cloud Identity Security Stack, working alongside IPS and IAG. If this video made IAS click for you, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more SAP professionals who need this content. Drop your questions in the comment below. I read every single one and reply personally. Subscribe and turn on notifications because in the coming videos, I'm going to cover about IPS in the exact same beginner-friendly format. I'm an SAP security consultant, 4x certified, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching my video.